before actually even throwing your content that you have captured onto your editing software, you literally have to know what you're gonna do with those visuals. Planning is the most important stage because you kind of need to map out what you've captured or what you are going to capture. And I would say start planning even before you start capturing your content, before you even start doing the videos or going to the place where you need to do the videos. I would suggest jotting down some, shots you'd like to do. Teaching yourself about different types of shots, like medium shots, stuff like that. Up close, your establishing shot once you get to the place, for example. So you need to kind of like plan the type of shots you want, create a shot list, and then also just like create a narrative of what you are trying to achieve when someone's watching the video. So I would say that's the most important part, because if you don't know what your video is going to be about and you don't know what the end result is that you want, then you're probably not going to get or you might get something nice, obviously, but I mean, you don't want to take a chance on that, right? So planning is basically the most important part when it comes to editing videos or shooting videos in general. I always overthink recording videos for YouTube because I always think that they need to be so perfect, but I just told myself, you know what? I would say that once you have all of your clips organized and you know what you want from the edit, for example, you even have a script, I would highly suggest a script where you also list the shots. For example, if you're going to be making notes, that's also a good thing, but it's also nice to have something like in one place. So for example, if you have a script, you could rather put your shot list on top of your script and sort of combine it. For example, the script talks about how you arrive at the scene and kind of like shows and then you list, okay, the first shot is going to be my establishing shot, and this is basically what I plan on saying when I get there. And so I would say that would be a great way to organize things and just to kind of like make the process of editing much simpler for you. Once you have done all of that and you've organized your footage and you've imported your footage, what I usually do is I create folders within my editing software. If you have something like Premiere Pro, that's usually what I do in Premiere Pro. Obviously, if you're editing CapCut, it's a little bit different. So for me, I like creating the folders. Like, for example, I've got an audio folder, and within that audio folder, I've got sound effects as a separate folder. Inside that folder, I've got music, and I've got dialogue, perhaps. And the other folders would obviously include effects I created myself, for example, on Canva, or text effects or something in a different folder. And then obviously my visuals. I usually say visuals because visuals is like my main folder, and then inside visuals I would have my videos in a folder along with photos. I don't do them separately. And then obviously visual effects will also be inside visuals. So everything that has to do with visuals, basically, photos, videos, visual effects, they all go in one folder, but in separate folders inside that folder. So my next step would be, when you start editing your video, usually I go straight to starting with audio. So I would throw all my clips on my editing software timeline, and I would start with editing my audio, because I feel like audio is just sometimes so underrated. So you kind of have to polish your audio, because if somebody is not able to hear you in your audio, then it starts becoming not just distracting but uninteresting. Like, people are just like that magio. But anyway, so I would say start with your audio, start cleaning it up, like denoise it, teach yourself about EQ, add some of that, edit the EQ, remove some of the low frequencies, and so start cleaning up your audio. That would be basically the very first technical thing that I would suggest. Okay, so the next thing that I would do after cleaning up all of my dialogue audio is I would literally trim my video down. I would now make my video shorter. I would now remove stuff that I don't want. For example, unnecessary stuff that's really not needed for this video. I would just remove all of that and remove all the fluff, everything that really isn't necessary. For example, long pauses, that's not necessary, that doesn't really add to your narrative, and stuff that's not in your planning. For example, we were talking about a script. If it's not in the script, you remove it, right? Remove filler words. For example, your we were just talking about long pause, but the the filler words, just remove all of that, because it also takes up a lot of space on your timeline. So if you are I would say subtitles are a really, really good idea, because subtitles enable anyone to watch your video. Add subtitles because it's a good idea. Some people like me just like to read subtitles. I don't really like a lot of transitions in a video unless those transitions really do fit the type of video. For example, if it's a really fast-paced video, or if it's a B-roll video about making coffee, or at a coffee shop you are filming a coffee ad for someone, then obviously transitions are so important then, but also don't overdo them then. But I mean, if you're shooting a video of your family on holiday, I mean, you're not gonna want to do a lot of whip hands and all those crazy beautiful transitions, because it's gonna be annoying for the viewer. It's gonna be annoying for the viewer that's watching the video. So let's not do too much transitions. Let's be mindful of the transitions we add into our videos. But see, this is also where planning comes in, because once you plan a video, you already know what you want this video to look like. And if it's going to be a beautiful family video, you'd already know if you're going to be doing in-camera transitions. And in-camera transitions are way more easier to use, because now you've shot according to your transitions. Okay, so if there's something that I really enjoy watching in other people's videos, it's probably sound design. You got your background music, which I think is beautiful, but remember to lower your background music so that when you do have dialogue or something that you want people to hear inside the video, so that the background music doesn't crush that sound and then nobody hears what you're trying to say, or But also what goes really, really well with background music is sound effects. And obviously we get a different variety of sound effects, and it could be foliage, people walking or something, or atmospheres, or check out some sound effects, different sound effects videos on different sound effects, so you can get yourself familiar with stuff like that. But then also add some interesting music. For example, music that sets the mood. For example, if you're typing fast, you're gonna have some really awesome song of you like a fast-paced song that is basically motivating you to get this done fast or something. So another thing that could be nice is templates and using the same titles. So you can basically save templates and certain titles that you either downloaded, created yourself, or and then reuse them in your upcoming videos, or videos that are actually related to one another. Then you use them basically for that, and that helps you to be consistent with your videos. So use a 2-second hook rule. What is that? It's where you basically create beautiful visuals for the start of your video of whatever you're going to be talking about or wherever you are, with some beautiful music, just to show people that what you're going to be talking about and to get them interested, but make it really interesting. And I would suggest okay, so everybody's talking about using AI for different things. For example, starting a business, a lot of different things. But you can also use AI to help you create a script for yourself, for example. ChatGPT is really good at that. Or you can use it to help you kind of do research as well on the topic. It's not always that up to date depending on which version you're using, but I would say make use of AI to kind of help you write stuff down, especially if you're like me and you don't really like writing a lot of stuff. Yeah, you can totally ask an AI bot to help you figure some stuff out. This one time I actually asked ChatGPT to write me a short list about hanging out with my family, and it was quite good. When I visualized it in my head, it was like, wow, yeah, that would be a good shot. Why didn't I think of that? So yeah, I would say make use of AI, and also don't overthink it like me, because when you start overthinking things, you never get something done. I make use of the AI tools in Premiere Pro. Ciao, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. I really hope that this video has been of help to you. See you in the next one.